Oh, trouble.
Trouble, and Joey Logano's into the wall. Between turns 1 and 2, Elliott Sadler gets turned around as well.
Let's see what happened here. We'll see that Kurt Busch gets loose once again.
Same spot.
And one. Unfortunately, Joey Logano was there to take that. You see Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy's been around every one of these things. Look at that.
He got into Elliott Sadler there. But
Got a big problem right
the
here.
4 car, that is Derek Cope, and he has hit it a ton as well.
Okay. I was just trying to get out of the way, you know what I mean, let him go.
Now that's you see Brad Teague in the 52 car. That's the Jimmy Mean Zone car. He was involved. The 4 car, Brad Teague just spun around, but the damage is to Derek Cope. Driving for Jay Robinson, Derek, the former the Daytona 500 winner.
Now this is going to set it up for these guys, Tony Stewart, Kyle Busch, Mike Bliss, because they need to make a pit stop because they're inside their fuel window, and some of these other guys may be able to stay out.
Now, Andy, would all the cars in the lead lap pit right now? Take a look at this act. Oh, down to the apron. And, man, that is your worst nightmare right there.
Got a little tap from behind by the 0-1 Curtis Davis, and that was all that was necessary for the 4 car. There was the tap, and Derek Cope trying to hang on.
You can almost feel that one.
Friesen off, and it lost all their momentum, and here comes the world. How about this? Oh! Big contact. Nemechek, Crafton, Rhodes, Friesen. Serious contenders for the win. And that changes everything. Wow.
You said it, serious contenders for the win, Vince. One of those being Stewart.
Nemechek, Friesen dives to the middle.
Looks like Matt maybe got a little bit tight, lost the front end a little bit.
Oh, and Dalton Sargent too with some damage.
Did Crafton's left front go down? It looked like, I mean, it seemed like he shot up the track.
Remember, it was rubbing.
I mean, look how far up the track I mean, I think he had a problem.
I think he may have had that left front tire going down.
I mean, look, I think he did.
And watch what happens to Stewart Friesen.
See how quickly he reacted.
How they make it. Oh, around goes Allgaier. Off of the 21 of Tasgrala. Huge hit into the barrier.
that was a big hit.
Wow. Caution is out on the track. Jeffrey Earnhardt involved there too, and you see Justin Allgaier driving what's left of that 7 car away. Oh, Snyder got the worst of that as well.
Oh, he and Kaz Grala.
Yeah. See, Justin went to kind of block that attempted pass there. Grala wasn't having any of that, not backing out. And, you know, when you're at this time of the race with 4 laps to go, you pretty much stay in it.
There's Jeremy Clements on the left-hand side of your screen. He's already picked up some signage, and boom. Also with a very...
Inside the top 5. Oh, hard
John West Townley, Tyler Reddick, Brandon Jones.
Ray Golding gets stopped. Hard contact for John West Townley.
The front end of that truck is destroyed.
Sorry about that.
Brandon Jones as well. That had to take him for surprise.
Concussion.
See, John West was going to try to pull down to the inside of the 33 of Brandon Jones. Then the 19 of Tyler Reddick had a bit of a run, so he pulled down to try to get underneath John West Townley. They made contact that knocked John West up into Brandon Jones.
Yeah, I think John just thought he'd give a block here to the 19, but Reddick was in there far enough to where there wasn't anything Tyler Reddick could do. John West pulled over really late, and you could see Reddick was on the brakes, but the damage was already getting ready to happen.
Things happen so fast here. There's a little bit of contact up in front of them. but nothing like what happened to the 0-5.
And it's very risky, as we've seen. Yeah. Quite a few cars got. And here goes another one.
Oh, baby.
Man.
Oh, goodness.
There you go.
Just so risky. That edge here is such a knife edge. You don't know it's coming till it's too late.
There to the center, and that's where we've seen these guys have a lot of problems. You'll see right here, just starts to step out. You can see him try to correct it, but it just happens so quickly. Man.
I mean, it actually looked like the car was he actually put a little bit of left turn into it before this thing snapped around.
Yeah.
Hard lick, but he's able to climb out of the car, which is the best news. And watch it again.
Seems
Tony's going around, another wreck through the tri-oval.
Kyle Busch, hard slide through the grass, no contact. At least half a dozen cars involved in this one.
He gets a little push from behind, maybe from Joey Logano.
He and Stenhouse go around. Newman and Busch.
And Newman and Busch was actually in front of Tony a little bit when that started happening.
Have to take a couple more looks at that. Right there. Stenhouse got into the side, and Stenhouse in the 6 got into Tony.
I'm not sure, though, that David Gilliland didn't get into the back of Stenhouse and push him up into Tony.
Could have to look at it. Cars are really free and loose right through the tri-oval. I'm telling you, you run a 200 mile an hour through there, it's hard to hang on sometime.
You saw there where Kyle Busch in the 18 jumped down in front of Ricky Stenhouse in the 6.
I know Stenhouse hit Tony. I'm not sure if he got forced into him. Here's smoke right out here.
All right, there's Stenhouse with Gilliland behind him.
No, you know what? The 20 car and the 6 car make a little contact.
You're right.
And I'm not sure that didn't move the 6 car up, Stenhouse up just enough that he got into the left rear of Tony Stewart.
His crew gave him a 10 out of 10 for the save that he made during practice today,
we got
Bob.
trouble right now, Bob.
Oh, trouble.
Oh, man, David Ragan got loose off of turn 4, did what Carl Edwards did, but you can see the results were nowhere near what Carl's were. He did wind up completing that lap. He's 10th quickest, but Larry, that's a backup written all over.
And remember, their final practice is not that far away. It's a one-day show with the exception of the race, and this would be 2 out of the last 3 weeks that David Ragan, Jimmy Finning, the 6 car had to go to backup. They had to do it at Watkins Glen a couple of weeks ago.
Another look as David Ragan gets to the bottom, turn 4, and just never does straighten it out. Heavy impact on the inside retaining wall.
And this is a heavy impact on this race team.
Number 13, running 27th. Last car on the lead lap is okay. So the brake pedal went to the floor?
Yeah. Mike, that had the appearance of too much rear brake. Got down in the corner, got on the brakes, locked up the rear maybe a little bit.
And Darrell, that's what a driver will go to. He has those 2 systems, front and rear. If maybe the car's not turning under braking, he can put a little bit of rear brake into it.
Yeah, and if you're having a brake problem, you can dial a little to the rear, try to help that. Looked like it may have had too much. That's just how it looked.
Good. He's had some major contact. Oh, big crash.
Right up in front of Bliss, and Bliss just pops it.
We just blew it. We got run into. We're in the wall. We're on fire. Need to get out, Denny. Go ahead, jump out. It is on fire.
See one of the rear springs stuck in the nose. I don't know if that's his rear spring.
I would say that's
or
where
Bliss
ran up in the back of it and drove it up, knocked it out of there.
Just trying to get it to the finish after making that contact.
Just after he had passed Brendan Gaughan, and here's, as he goes down into turn 1, that tire lets go right in front of Mike Bliss.
Well, these guys are all racing as hard as they can because there's 5 laps to go, and Mike Bliss just didn't have any idea this 20 car was going to go in the fence like that.
Watch this hit again. You can see the smoke. Right here's where it's going to let go.
Man, big wreck.
At that point in time, Bliss probably hadn't even backed out of the throttle yet.
He was looking to the outside. I think he was going to try to pass the 20 on the outside, getting in the corner.
clear there, buddy. You see what you got in front of you.
43's in the wall in turn 3 here. Spinning down in front of cars. Oh, contact. 51 couldn't get slowed down enough. Cloud, I believe.
So Bubba Wallace in the 43 initiates this, and then the 51 slides into him.
Yep.
David Starr.
Watching this coming down into turn 3, Bubba got loose, got turned by someone coming down and got through the grass.
Said his brakes went out, Junior.
Okay, yeah, so he tried to straighten up the entry. I mean, that's the same thing that happened to him at Pocono. And so you know, your instincts are to aim left and try to, go through the grass and slow the car down some way, somehow. And he did a great job staying out of the wall with the issue he had. But without brakes, he can't stop the car as he's rolling down in front of oncoming traffic. Typically, he would have been on the brakes and be able to stop the car and stop that accident there from happening. This happened, or why he must have touched the brake pedal, noticing no brake pressure, and just immediately turned left. All 4 tires were up on the car as he was sliding by, so it didn't blow a tire and make that turn. That had to have been a driver input. And, it's a very scary situation. He tried to defuse it. Kelly.
Pretty even coming across the line.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Man! Hold brake.
Hard in the wall, Keselowski.
We talked about how hard that is to make that pass on the bottom like that on cold tires. That was just unfortunate.
Well, and also, they didn't come to pit road, so they picked up some of that rubber, and it built up on those tires. And we talked about the lack of downforce. It's very easy to get in there and get the car loose in that situation.
Brad Keselowski, for the second week in a row, gets taken out through no fault of his own. He's in 4th place there.
You just watch this 41 car on the bottom, and as we said, he stayed out. Everybody's out on those tires. They got a lot of debris built up on them, and Manny just got up the hill and got into the side of the 2 car and put him in the wall.
I mean, Kurt did an excellent job correcting.
Second caution of the night, as David Starr has successfully made his way back and rolls down pit road and doing as instructed to head back to the garage area.
Now we have the competition caution at lap 50, so that means up until then there are some rules about pitting. Is that correct?
Well, they can't.
It's so tough, guys. That car, the 66 car, is already turned all the way around basically. So yeah, a little bit.
Maybe there was some there.
David Starr getting into Benny Gordon.
Yeah.
I didn't see the initial contact. We might want to look at it one more time. But definitely early to be
Okay, we got another crash.
Big crash. The 42 involved. 41 Swords.
Oh, Jeff Burton.
Joe Nemechek gets in it towards the end. Wow. Montoya's day just went from
bad to
like a
worse.
top 5 to in the garage area here. See Jeff Burton getting his car fired back up, trying to pull away.
Dave Blaney not able to pull away.
Looks like he got the worst in along with the 42 of this.
Joe Nemechek able to get his damaged car to pit road anyway. Oh, look at the whole front end of this car just pushed back in.
They enter turn 3 right here.
Blaney sliding backwards. There's the contact with Burton.
Yeah, it looked like Blaney tried to come down, thought he had that slot open, and Jeff Burton was trying to fill that spot on the bottom of the racetrack, and they got together.
Close calls right there. Cars just missing this accident.
Now let's look and see what Jeff Burton's view was.
Yeah, you can see that he took the option. He was going to take that option to the inside. He thought that Blaney was hung in the middle and wasn't going to be able to get to the bottom, and he was trying to fill that hole as Blaney came down.
Looked like Dave Blaney was just trying to get out of the way and didn't realize that Jeff Burton made the move to the bottom.
Yeah, this looks simple, maybe enough from this, but when you're inside the seat, running at close to 200 miles an hour on the entrance of that corner, things happen in a hurry. Y'all roll over.